Okay, are we on? Diburei Emunah, Daf Kufayin Hey. Really, these two bikiyas, here we're talking about Ratzon Hashem again. The proficiency of ascension and descension. In other words, how to behave in a state where, like, you're flying high and you see lights, it's called Ratzon. And what's up, you're coming down, things are not so much fun. This is called Vashov. They're both very necessary for a person every single day, every single step. Has to know how to behave in Vashov and need the proficiency to behave in Ratzon. It also talks about, this is said also for the people, they don't hold a really high madrega. Sometimes you have a good hour, or a good minute. And things go well over this Hashem. You could daven, then you need an incredible proficiency in Ratzoi. Don't make yourself into Moshe Gois. I'm a somebody, you know. Yes, Rabbeinu says in Kutan Oran, even after you already mevatel all the kindness and mitzvahs, it says there's still something remains. In other words, he still did not clean out the pride and the coarseness. The main avodah of Ratzoi is not really, it's not always more necessary for tzaddikim, not people like us, simple people like us. So what reason do we have to be gaivadik? What do we have? Well, because shtis and ravulim, because I look good, because I have muscles, because I can ride the bicycle faster than anybody else. What can I do? It's like this is talking about the tzaddikim kedoshim that take a stroll in Gan Eden like in their own private garden. They have what to be prideful about. Even they hold in the epitome of humbleness, of hanova. Because they are boki, beratzoi, they are proficient how to behave, keep agreeing in ratzoi. Same thing we find Moshe Rabbeinu Olam Hashem. He got the highest madriga at the door, and his name is mentioned in Torah all the time. V'davar Hashem el Moshe, v'yom Hashem el Moshe, Hashem said to Moshe, he called Moshe, v'chole, v'chole, v'chole. He was the faithful messenger to bring Am Yisrael from Mitzrayim. He has the main part, in everything that happened to Am Yisrael on this day, this is a generation of wisdom that came out of Mitzrayim. Afal Pichen, from his great humbleness, Moshe Rabbeinu was standing by the side, didn't want to take the greatness of himself at all, until HaKadosh Baruch Hu had to call him and Mekarav him. As the man said, Vayikra al Moshe. This is Sefer Vayikra at the very beginning, first passage. Vayikra, and he called Moshe. HaKadosh Baruch Hu called him and said, until when are you going to stand afar? You saw that Yetzias Mitzrayim couldn't be without you. Kriyas Yamsuf couldn't have been without you. The Torah couldn't have been given to Am Yisrael without you. Why are you standing afar? In other words, after all those, to come from Mitzrayim, he did all those miracles, he brought down the Torah, still Moshe Rabbeinu was standing afar. It's such a big honor, even though he knew HaKadosh Baruch Hu close up, like nobody ever did. He says, V'nachnu man, what the heck are we? We're nothing. He feels himself like he's total nothing. Because the very same way, the more somebody is steeped in bad tidings, you feel yeshus, you feel isness, you feel pride and gaiva, more taiva, more crudeness, more gaiva, more yeshus. The same thing, the more highly, the more kedusha you get, the more you sanctify yourself, the more you're masig, asagas alakus, you are able to perceive ayin, nothingness, more and more and more. Because the more a person gets to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the more he sees how small he is, how nothing he is, and becomes more of a nothing. That as as you advance and you go up in Avodas Hashem, the same meter you should feel your lowliness and how far you're really off from where you need to be. In the time when you're going in Madrigas and Avodas Hashem, you know, when a person goes up in Avodas Hashem, if his sense of nothingness and what am I doesn't grow, he says really he lacks the main advancement in Avodas Hashem. If you become smarter and you become, Moshe Grois, you did not advance Avodas Hashem. The main advancement of Avodas Hashem is the more you advance, the more you realize how small and far you really are. That's the main advancement of Avodas Hashem. Because that means that you really see HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Your vision, your perception of HaKadosh Baruch Hu has deepened. And you realize what a nothing you are. And the bigger you are, the more real what a nothing you are some more. Outcome.